Is there a universe outside of Bravo?
Did we miss the training manual to our 30s?
No. Are they for real?
Thank God for our girlfriends. Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Structured Chaos with Kelly and Kyra. We hope that you had a great week and that you're ready to laugh about how none of us have it figured out.
I'm definitely ready to laugh. I need some laughs today.
Okay, love that.
So,
Well, you came to the right place.
so be funny. I'm ready to roll.
All right. Well, first up is my date update.
Yes, I've been dying to know.
Okay, so we haven't gone on a date yet. We are actually going this Thursday. Here's the thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
I always am going to give someone one date because I do understand that like talking on the phone and texting is not the same as real life. So like I will always give someone the benefit. However,
Okay, wait. When you say you're always give someone one date, like you
like if
don't
I'm
mean
interested.
like
Like
right?
if I'm,
Yeah.
like yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I just
No,
wanted
not like
the
every
thing
person.
about Kyra is like if you want to go on a date with her, you're in luck.
I'll go.
She will go on a date with anyone.
Anyone. Young,
Literally.
old. Doesn't matter if you're my type. Like, you could be a lesbian. I'm going.
She's going. She doesn't care who you are. Okay. Anyways.
You can't stop your chance at love, you know? Okay, so yeah, so I always give someone one date, but when I tell you I'm like 70% checked out, like I'm there. Because the other part that it is like one of my biggest pet peeves in dating is when a man assumes that like you're taking something more seriously than it like needs to be. So for example, like the other day he had texted me and he was like, hey, like did you still we've also like never not spoke, so it's like we've been consistently speaking like every single day. And so I think it was like last Wednesday or something, he was like, did you still want to get together and like reschedule? And I said, yeah, I've just been waiting on you to make a plan. And his response,
you're the one who got punched in the face. Like, I'm waiting for you to figure it out.
I don't even care if you didn't get punched in the face. You're a man.
Well, right. But I'm saying, like, you're the one who canceled. So, like,
so his response
it's on
was,
you.
well, I thought we were just getting to know each other, and I'm very go with the flow when it comes to plans. So then I sent him a voice note back. And I will say, like, again, this is also why I will still go, because every time I feel like there's like a miscommunication or like misinterpretation, I always send a voice note and it's like instantly cleared up and he like doesn't have the same thing. So like, I don't know, like, because he's a stranger, it's like, are you just socially awkward a little bit? Do you just like have all these preconceived notions based on other things, which is also my problem. So I was like, yeah, I said, don't worry. I promise you I'm not, coercing you to end up at the courthouse at the end of the day. Like I know we're just getting to know each other. I don't know you. So I too am on that same page. I said, I'm just a woman who appreciates to be led, and for a man to make plans. I said, this is like something that I tell to everyone. Like, I am so alpha female in like my day to day. Like, I'm making decisions for people. I'm listening to people all the time. I'm always just like leading something, and because I like to, because it's just like who I am. So when it comes to a relationship, like I am completely opposite of that. Like, I do not like to be that way. I like to just like trust, like blindly trust in someone, because like I don't want to have to make any decisions. So like you canceling a date because of something, which also I like kind of got the ick that he went to urgent care, because it's like like
I'm sorry, but I hate this man. Do I personally know him? No. Do I know anything about him besides what you've said on this podcast? No. Just for context for our listeners, I legitimately know nothing about the situation besides what she has said on the podcast because this is the only time we've talked about it. I hate him. So I too do not like when men act like women are taking things, or I mean, it could be the other way around, but like when people are taking things more seriously. We talked about this when we had Sally King on our podcast. It's like, because you said that you want to make plans to the plans you already had that he canceled, that means, oh, I thought we were just getting to know each other. It's like, we are.
I didn't say let's meet at David's bridal.
Right, but also
which I
it's
never
like,
would. Even if we were going to get engaged, I
wasn't
would.
like, let's go on a weekend trip together. It's like, and when you say, oh, I'm just go with the flow with plans, it's like, okay, just because I expect someone to like commit to like a specific day and time for a plan, like, I am sorry that is asking too much from someone. That is bare fucking minimum. Also, and I am so over it, like, people, because people in my life act like this too, like, oh, that's like, oh my god, like, I hate when I talk to someone and they're like, yeah, that should work, yeah, we'll see. I'm like, no, that just, ew. Yes. Like even from friends or whatever, I'm just like, that gives me the energy that like, I'm gonna see if a better offer comes up in my schedule, like something more exciting comes up, or I have something better to do, or we'll see if I feel like it. And I'm just like, ew, like, don't let me like try to force you to hang out with me. Like, ew, I have way better things that I could be doing.
Yeah, and I just like, you're 40 years old, my guy. Like,
ugh.
It's I think it's crazy that you don't think it's your responsibility to remake the plan. But like I said, after I sent it, like, completely fine. Like, he was like, I totally understand where you're coming from. And he was like, I'm going to make the reservations. Like, let's just do like same place, same time. Does that work for you? And I was like, yep, perfect. Like, great. And then, like, yeah, it's just,
watch, to the audience, watch her get married to this man. I will be playing this at the wedding when she says she got the ick that he went to urgent care.
That's fine. I'm going to tell him to his face.
I will play this at the
rehearsal.
The rehearsal.
For the engagement. I don't know.
She got the ick. He is low effort. Amazing. Yeah. I hate this man. I'll probably still hate him. To be honest.
Yeah, like, it's just like frustrating. But like I said, again, he was like, I totally understand where you're coming from, blah, 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 blah. But I also was like explaining to my clients, like, because I do date often, I am like very
booked and
aware
busy
of things. No, I'm just like aware, like there are patterns in people, you know? And so like, it's giving like, you don't have trust based on your past relationships. And it's giving like, you feel like sometimes expectations can be high from a woman. And again, like, I'm just assuming, but typically I'm pretty on when it comes to things like this. So that's why I said, like, benefit of the doubt, we can go on one date, but like, it's looking grim for date 2. So next week I'll actually be able to report, as long as he doesn't get into any more fights with homeless people this week. So.
Okay, I'm excited to hear where you guys are going. Is it dinner?
We're doing like a little like happy hour, cute little place in North Park that I've been wanting to try.
Okay.
I'll say it next week.
Okay.
Because I don't need all the fans to just, be there and like.
Right.
Maybe I do though. Maybe I do. Maybe come ask for my autograph or something.
Oh, I'm for sure going to be there. I'm going to find out as soon as we're done recording where it is, because I'm going to be there Thursday night.
You're like, that's so weird because I have a collab with them.
Right.
Like, the Scout is coming on Thursday.
Well, I'll be sitting in the corner.
I'm like, no, I don't know who that weird person with the binoculars is in this enclosed small area. That is
Staring at
directly
us.
at us. Yeah. No, she didn't call me by name. No.
Kyra. If you guys don't watch us on video, you just miss a lot of little things that like probably don't make sense.
If you are watching us on video, just not to confuse anyone, you probably are on mute because that's what Kelly thinks. So
Okay, I did a poll on our Instagram yesterday and asked like how people watch us, or not watch us, but like consume our content.
Like, yeah.
And I was wondering if people watch or listen. And so I said watch, listen, or like both, meaning like sometimes you watch it or sometimes you listen. And no one voted for watch. And so then I was like, well, maybe they thought I meant like watch but muted. And so then I like to clarify, like, oh, I didn't mean like no audio. And Kyra was like, no one thought you meant that. I'm like, so then no one watches? Like, why did no one vote for watch?
Because they mix it up. The people who watch are sometimes watching and sometimes just listening. Sometimes they're watching us with video as well. And sometimes that's why they said mix it up.
So then our video isn't that good if you're not watching every week. Because I figured once you watch, you shouldn't go back to listening.
But sometimes maybe people are like, I want to listen, but I like am not in a position where I can watch as well. So I'm just going to listen.
Where
Honestly,
would you?
However you consume our content is perfectly fine.
It is. No, it is. It is. Of course.
Okay, I will champion you guys.
And
Kelly has, you got to hit her marks. So
no, I wanted to make sure because then I was like, okay, these people probably think I'm so stupid that I'm like, why would someone watch and not listen?
No,
but like
they thought you were stupid for thinking that that's what you thought.
Well, sorry, I am an overthinker. But I do want to say thank you to those that engaged with the carousels because we did see some engagement, and you know what?
We love.
I appreciate you. It really made my week.
Kelly did not have to go to urgent care this week.
I didn't because I'm not a pussy. But I do have a black eye as well. So
she can't fight either.
I can't tell you how I got it. It's a secret. I can fight. That's why it's so small. I'm
sorry. I thought you didn't know how you got it.
I don't. It's a secret. I'm just kidding. I really don't know how I got it.
We'll circle back.
No, I really don't. I was kidding, but I was going to say that I got in a fight and I can fight. That's why this is the only bruise I have. It's so small because I'm such a good fighter.
Did they pinch you while they were fighting?
No, they just went.
The pinch fight?
That's the only time they touched me. Just a little. And they are in urgent care. Actually, they're in the emergency room. That's why you still haven't seen this man. It was him.
He's like, I've been in the hospital for 2 weeks.
I really
woman really
don't want you to go on a date with him. I don't know why.
She circled back and I'm in the ER again.
It was a different person this time. But they keep coming for me.
So yeah, everyone, you'll get the update next week. Also, I threw my friend's engagement party this weekend, and it was perfect.
It looked so nice.
So Joy and I spent basically, thank you. Joy and I spent basically all day Monday going and like getting things and organizing it all, which leads me to, so Dark Horse Coffee Roasters is a really good coffee place, and they used to have like a really small shop like near my house, and they just moved into a new space like a little further down a little bit, so it's a bit bigger. So my friend and I went there first. I have not had Dark Horse coffee in a very long time. I've never taken crack, but I imagine the feeling that I had was similar to maybe what people are chasing, because Joy and I, like, I'm talking like this was like 4 hours later. Like I looked at her and I was like, I still feel this freaking coffee. Like I am jittery. And she was like, girl, I didn't want to say anything. Me too. Like
Whoa, what did you, was it cold brew?
I had ice. She had hot.
But like, was it cold
Mm-mm.
brew?
Mm-mm.
It was just iced coffee.
Mm-hmm. So if you are, and I'm not like I am not like a coffee person in the sense that like I have to have a coffee every single day. Like I might have one once a week, like maybe.
Oh, I didn't know that about you.
Yeah, like I'm like a maybe a once a weeker because like
Oh.
I enjoy coffee and like I think like going to a coffee shop and like whatever, it's cute, and then like the coffee cart at my work, but just honestly depending on my schedule, like it might sound good to get a coffee and then I like don't have time. But yeah, I'm not like a I have to have a coffee type of
You don't make
person.
coffee at home.
No, I don't have a coffee maker or anything.
Oh, I need to go there because, well, I've been to Dark Horse like a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
The one that's by Pigment. Is that did they close that one? The
I
like
never knew-
little one?
I never knew there was one by Pigment.
Yeah, it's like diagonal.
Oh,
It's like right across from the parking structure.
okay.
It's really small. I don't even know if they have seating in there. It's like a counter.
That's how like their old one was. Like
Okay.
the one that was near me.
Yeah, so I've been to that one like a really long time ago, but I don't really remember it. But I feel like since I do have coffee every day, it doesn't really have as much of an effect on me anymore.
Okay, well, that's like I remember the first time I had Better Buzz. Actually, Samia, who I threw her engagement party for her, she took me to Better Buzz for the first time. I don't know, this was maybe like 6 years ago or something. Like that's how much like I literally don't drink coffee. And I texted her and I was like, I hate you because I was up until like 2:00 in the morning because we like had gone on like a beach.
You told me this, yeah.
Oh my god! And so like it was like I was like Twilight Zone. Like I feel like this is the same feeling again.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, I actually do want you to go because you are a coffee drinker. So I would love to see what it does to you. But Joy and I were like buzzed.
Okay, well, let's go there for our next business meeting since we want to go to a new place.
Yeah, that's perfect. So yeah, so we just spent, I mean, thank God we had that coffee because we were ready to go all day.
Yeah.
We were just knocking things out. But it was so perfect. It came together. I blew up 56 balloons, I believe. And then tied individual bows on all of them.
Did you
blew them up?
You knew my question. Why didn't you buy a thing?
So the owner of my salon was lending me like her balloon blower upper or whatever. But I don't know what you call it.
I don't either. That's why I couldn't ask the question. I was like, did you have a thing?
Yeah. But I like knew that I had like needed to get started and I wasn't gonna be able to get it till Thursday and the party was on Friday. So Wednesday I was like, let me just like blow some up, just to like get them out of the way. And then I was like, oh, this is really easy. Because like we were putting tape on them and taping them to the ceiling so I could just blow them up. It didn't need to be helium.
Yeah.
And like I'm telling you, like I was like, oh, this is nothing. So I just did it to get it done.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I figured because like they have like little like mini ones on Amazon. And since you're like the queen of the, well, I don't want to say, but
you wouldn't want to take anyone's title away.
Right.
The worst part was like
I meant like the return program. We were talking about two different things.
Yeah, we sure
I'm talking about online shopping.
Yeah. Same.
Trying to not get us arrested.
Our podcast is going to take a different turn.
On the count of 3, say what you're talking about.
So yes, it was so wonderful. This bitch, she said that like going into it, she like just thought it was like a girls' night. Like it was just like me, Joy, and probably Nina. I think she thought like we were just like, casually doing something. Because I had asked her, I was like, does she know? Because I had talked about it last week. And Joy's like, talk away. Like she knows, whatever. So then on Thursday, I had texted her and I was like, hey, just so you know, I'm going to block you from my story for the next 24 hours, like in case you notice. And she was like, why? And I was like, well, I don't want you to like see anything for tomorrow. And she was like, what do you mean? Like it's supposed to be like super small and like not like don't do a lot of stuff. And I was like, yeah. And so, right.
Yeah. Mhm.
So I'm like, oh, okay. Like she thinks it's like, going to be little, which like she did. Tell me what you saw what that girl was wearing.
Right. But to be fair, I mean, even like your Galentine's, which is like, oh, just threw it together last second, just come over and we're just wearing loungewear. It's like, I get there, everyone's like in the cutest PJs, matching sets. Like there's freaking decor hanging from the ceiling. There's a freshly baked cake and cookies and cupcakes and a whole spread, and everything's shaped like hearts and like colorful and like beautiful. And it's like, oh, it's just thrown together last second and themed everything. Like, so, I mean, she knows you.
Yep.
So she knows even the casual. It's not like you were like, okay, we're going to open a pack of Oreos and like throw some chips and salsa together. Like,
I said, if you were at a destination wedding, this could be what you're walking down the aisle in. She looked
yeah.
bomb. She looked
Hell yeah, because
so
she's
bomb.
like, I know you're going to be taking pictures of me.
Oh, yeah. And of course, like it was like right away, we take the pictures, get everything done, ring light out. Everyone's like,
Hell
Kyra,
yeah.
did you get your content? Did you get everything before we like do
Sure
anything?
did.
But we just had such a fun night. Like there was like so many laughs, so many cries, like good cry, tears.
Yeah.
Like our friend is getting married. I cannot wait. It was so great.
Nice.
So great.
Love it. I know I've been looking at all of her stories. Just so excited for her. It's very, very exciting.
We had such a fun time. So that was my week.
Yay.
Yeah.
Well, my week was, it didn't start off that great, but it's got a lot better. I was feeling a little blah at the beginning of the week, just kind of the state of the world, I guess. Just kind of, I don't know. I just feel like things going on. Like, I don't like to talk about like politics and government and stuff on here, but I just feel like there's just so many things and it's hard to stay
Ignore
positive. And I try not to like get too much in it because I feel like if we do like in our day to day, it's hard to get out of it, basically. Not meaning that I'm like in la la land and ignoring it, but I just feel like it'll consume me if I think about it too much. Just recently this week found out some things that could potentially affect me more than I would like it to. Not that I want bad things to happen to anyone, but then once it like affects you personally, you're like, oh, this is hitting home.
Something that you would never even have to consider because why would anything be at jeopardy? You're a hardworking person, you accelerate in your career, you continue to like do better and perform better. And so why would any administration come in and do something that would affect someone like you? And again, to your point, not to say that other people should be affected,
right? Yeah.
But it's just like, hello, common people, like regular people.
So, and then like we kind of talked about this like when the election happened, and again, like not going super deep into it because we both have people in our lives that we love that voted on both sides, whatever, but it just adds a layer of complication when we think about like people that we love very much, and it's complicated to think about like, I love this person so much, and I never understood in the past how people could like lose people in their life over politics. And it's like, not that I want to lose these people, but I understand more now because how enmeshed like our society is now with politics. And it's so sad to me. Like, and you think about, okay, so you voted with this person and you support this person so full-heartedly, and like what they're doing is directly like impacting me, someone you supposedly like love so much, and they are doing things that are like a direct like fuck you to me and like are affecting my life. And you're still like, yes, I support them and I love this. And so anyways, that was how I was feeling at the beginning of the week. So that was hard. But then my week took a turn for the better. I started using my Ninja Creamy, my ice cream maker again, which was great.
When any woman is having a bad week, what better fix than ice cream?
Ice cream. So I had some Girl Scout Thin Mints.
That should be their new campaign.
Yes, it should.
Tough J from politics.
It should be a collab between the San Diego Scout, the Ninja Creamy, and Girl Scouts. Wow. Empowered women just about to run this country. Just coming up with ideas. So I made some mint chip ice cream with some Thin Mints. It was great. Then this weekend, I went to a pickleball event called Dink and DJ. It was really fun. And I went by myself because like my friends who also play pickleball, none of them were available to go at this particular time. But I really wanted to go because they had a separate event like a couple weeks ago and I wasn't able to go to that one. So I was like, I'm going to go. And so it was fun, but I was like a little bit intimidated going because I didn't know anyone. There was like over 100 people there, probably like 150 people. And basically they had a DJ there and then they had like different booths they had like a coffee thing set up and they had a couple of different like local businesses. Like they had a juice bar. They had San Diego's first non-alcoholic bar that's opening in North Park in a couple months. Yeah, it's 2 women. 2 women
on it. Yeah.
It's going to be a non-alcoholic bar and bottle shop called Good News. They were there like sampling some of different like non-alcoholic drinks, and they had like a IV, San Diego IV. They were doing like B12 shots. So it was like fun. They had different things. And then obviously people were playing pickleball. And so you could.
That's weird that no one reached out to us to have a booth.
I know. I think it got lost in our spam.
Okay.
So yeah, because they were like, oh, that's weird that you're here to play because we thought you were going to be live podcasting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, we're just so booked. And like sometimes I want the day off and I just wanted to play, you know.
Just want to be you. You just want to be Kelly.
I know. But then someone came up to me and was like, are you the San Diego Scout? And I was like, oh my God, like I wore a hat and sunglasses. I was just trying to like live a normal day.
Like I'm just trying to blend in.
And I still got recognized. It was
can't ever take, I mean, that celebrity hat doesn't come off.
It doesn't. But for real, that was like actually so exciting. And I was like, ooh! That's never happened to me before. I was so excited.
That is really cool. Like I have to imagine like, because you've been doing it for so long and like your success speaks for itself, but like to have someone at any point in life like come up to you and like
I know
recognize you based off of your work, like that's really cool.
It was so cool. And she like once I got home and saw her Instagram, I knew who she was also. She doesn't do like content, but I know her, like she's connected to some of the same people I am. And I just didn't recognize her in person. She was like the mascot at the event. She was dressed as a pickle. So that's probably why I didn't recognize her, because she was in a costume. But I mean, I could see her face and everything. But she was so nice. And like,
I actually only know her as a human. And so her being a pickle,
it just didn't compute. No, but it was just so nice, like that she said that. But I think I was just shocked. First of all, that someone recognized me, but also because of the fact that I was like wearing a hat and sunglasses and everything. And I'm like, right. Oh, it's just interesting to me that someone who's never met me would like recognize me. I don't know. But that was just so like fun and exciting to me.
Yeah.
But the vendor that I loved the most was called Ananda Elixirs, and they are mushrooms. Like, they originally created them to be put in soda, like to create your own soda type of thing, to be put in like sparkling water for soda drinkers. And they have like, you know, all the health benefits and stuff of mushrooms that Kyra could tell you all about, of like the non-psychedelic mushrooms. And so I'm like talking to the girl because their packaging was really cute. So I'm like talking to her and I'm like, oh, you know, one of my friends who I have a podcast with as well, is very into mushrooms and all the benefits and stuff, and would love for me to get on the mushroom train in a more extreme way, but also what I think would just, not that I'm against not that I'm against like mushrooms. I don't want to do like the tripping, but like, I know that you're just
microdose. Like I want Kelly to try. I think it would
Totally.
be incredible for her.
And so I'm like, your packaging is super cute and stuff. And she had these little mocktail things there. And so, she said, oh, well, we have one of their flavors was cream soda. And she goes, oh, it's really good. She's like, do you drink coffee like in the morning? And I was holding an iced coffee from the coffee thing there.
You're
and I said, oh yeah.
No.
She was like, do you have a flavor in there? And I was like, yeah, vanilla. And she was like, oh, I drink iced vanilla coffee every morning. And I was like, that's what I do. And she was like, I put one dropper of this and that's like a creamer. And I was like, oh, interesting. So I was like, I kind of want to try that, but like I had already had my vanilla coffee. So I was like, well, maybe I'll try it later. So anyways, like she's telling me all these benefits and I was like, did Kyra set this up? Like I'm like joking with her and I tell her about our podcast and stuff. And she was just so nice. She said she's going to listen to our podcast. I felt like I like had known her forever. We were just chatting away and she was super nice. So anyways, I go play and then I come back and I told her, because it had been like an hour or two or something. And I said, I'm going to go get another coffee like before I leave. If I just get it like plain, can I try the dropper in it to see what it tastes like? And she was like, yeah. And so unfortunately she had just sold her last one, but she had like the sample. So she put just one dropper in. It tasted so good. So I'm going to buy it.
What are the benefits of it? Do you know what kind of mushroom it is?
Okay, so I meant to bring the thing in here with me today when so that I could tell you about it. But it has like the like lion's mane, reishi, like all the different things. And so she was telling me that it like really helps with like anxiety and things like that. And so I have the little pamphlet. I'll send you all the stuff that I have because I like took it all so I could show you, and their packaging is so cute. So yeah, they have different flavors, and she was saying like people make like drinks out of the little like mocktail drinks, or like I would probably use it for coffee because
Guys, we're getting closer to Kelly feeling comfortable.
So it was funny because the girl that I was talking to, her name's Lo. She was like, yeah, like once you take this for like a certain amount of time, she's like, I bet you your mind will open up to like doing more. She's like, I can't wait till you tell your friend. And I was like, oh my God, she's going to be so excited.
Yep.
But don't get your hopes up. So anyways, I'm really excited about that.
Our next episode will be just a vlog of Kelly and I just tripping on mushrooms, trying to podcast.
So yeah, that was my week. And then, one more. So yesterday I finally got actual pickleball shoes.
Which, if you're like me, maybe you didn't know that pickleball had a signature shoe.
Well, you know how there's like tennis shoes?
No, I get it. I just like literally of all of the people that I know who play pickleball, no one's ever mentioned like having like a pickleball shoe.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's different about them?
They have like more, I don't know exactly. They feel more stable.
So they bamboozled you into thinking that it's like literally the identical shoe you're already wearing.
Well, they feel different. They do feel more stable. I don't want to say more cushion because I feel like that's wrong, but
more like support.
More support. Yeah, okay. Because you're like when you're supposed to be able to like move like laterally.
Like an insert in you.
Well, I don't know if it's necessarily like an insert. I guess maybe you're supposed to be able to like quickly move laterally and back, like so you could move to the middle and back, and without like breaking your ankle. So it's like, it gives you more ankle support.
Everyone needs to engage.
There's an alarm if you go in the kitchen.
Like, do we need Kelly, like a video of Kelly just like trying out her new shoes? You know, like when you were little and you were like at the store getting new shoes, like you ran up and down like the aisle. Like, do we need Kelly on the court, like showing us that she can move laterally?
Well, I go play tonight, which by the time this episode comes out will have already happened. But my friend Sarah, who plays pickleball, she commented on our carousel. Shout out for the engagement, Sarah. She, I believe, is supposed to go tonight, and I can tell her to take a video of me.
I would love some live action.
There's a little alarm that goes off if you get too close to the kitchen.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
So, don't do it.
I should invent that on the show. It's
that
like, bitch, stay out of the kitchen.
Something really motivating, you know? Something that is gonna just let people know, be better. But keep it up.
Yeah.
Fucking loser. Get out of the kitchen.
You suck.
The same thing I tell you when you're at home. Stay out of the kitchen.
Exactly. So, yeah. But I'll put a picture of them on our carousel, on my slide.
So yeah, we had busy weeks.
We did. So that was the whole episode.
So guys, we'll see you next week.
Good thing there wasn't much going on in the Bravo world.
Nothing. Frank Catania from Jersey Housewives got engaged.
No way.
Yeah. I'm a little confused though, because she was in a white dress and then they were at a church in front of a priest. And so then I thought, did they
get married?
Like engagement and wedding? But it wasn't. It was just, so, I mean, I don't know.
I want to look it up right now. I'm
Italian and I have very, very, very Italian friends, and I've never, I mean, I'm assuming they just got blessed by the priest as soon as they got engaged, and they did this, it almost looked like a baptism, but they didn't dip them in water, but basically it looked like a church. They looked like a church because they were at a church.
Oh, is that her dad? Her dad looks just like
Frank,
but
I know.
a mini version.
I know.
Or is that his grandpa?
No, I think that's her dad. Because I think I thought the same thing. Oh,
they look alike, like her and him.
She's really pretty.
Really pretty. Oh, her ring is beautiful. But she looks like him. Like, she looks like Dolores. Like, they look like they could all be related.
Well, they say sometimes that happens.
Yeah, they do. Okay, so cute. Maybe they got...
I think it was just blessed by the priest.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So that's really
cute.
All that happened. Still no update about Teddy Mellencamp. We just know that she had got her surgery, but that's really all we're at there. So I think right into Beverly Hills. You know, I will say, real turnaround for Reba.
Mm-hmm.
She loosened up. She softened up a little bit. I think, when dealing with a woman like that and of that age, you're not going to get much change. So the change we got is pretty monumental.
She told Sutton she loved her. That was sweet.
She was giggling with Garcelle.
Mm-hmm.
She definitely let her guard down about Garcelle compared to when she walked in. Oh my God. And I don't know if it was on the show or if it was on the after show. It must have been on the after show. Reba regifted the scarf. She said she thinks that she gave it to Sutton for Christmas.
Oh, that's funny.
I was like, did she?
That's funny. And we also have to keep in mind, I mean, not that I doubt that this is how she is, but in the editing, I'm sure they do play up some things, and obviously they don't show us everything. So it's
Right.
But yeah.
And then, so Dory has a 4th of July party, and I'm sorry. First of all, even if you guys are in a happy marriage, it's a weird thing to walk into. But you guys are getting a divorce. Why is your welcome table a shrine of PK?
A shrine. Why? Yeah. Why was everything about it was weird?
I don't think I've ever seen that table ever before.
The table itself, with any pictures, was weird.
It looked like if you were walking into a funeral or a wake.
Yes. Even if it was pictures of her kids, it was weird to have this table with all these pictures facing the door right when you walk in, but to have it all be pictures of him, but them together. It was weird. I thought it was funny that Sutton was like waiting alone. I mean, weird, but like, and then Dorit's just upstairs like trying to get ready, and her outfit was strange.
Oh, Dorit's?
I liked the outfit, but I didn't like I liked the top and the hat, but I didn't like the bottoms.
Oh, I loved it, and I loved that hat. Oh my god, I want that hat. I was like, see a Dior bucket hat that I want. I would love this Dior sun hat now.
But then she comes down and like doesn't even acknowledge.
That wants to get me this Dior sun hat, I will send you the link.
Yeah. And then she comes down and like doesn't even acknowledge Sutton. She just goes to Kyle and like, I'm like, she was waiting for like 30 minutes for you.
But like mood also, like that would be me. Like if I didn't fuck with someone, but you had this beautiful Kelly Birkin, like I'd be like, honestly, just I got it. Thank you so much. Like I forgive you. But she like made the joke awkward, so like it didn't sell like it was supposed to. But I definitely like mood would be like, oh no, we're good. Just I'll take this bag. Thank you.
Sutton was like, no. No.
Poorly timed try to be joke between Dorit and Sutton. And had they been on better terms, it would have been fine because she really was just like trying to make a lighthearted joke, but it, heavy history. And so I just like love in the middle of it, like Sutton's like talking about how bad the drink is. And Garcelle's like, oh, is it bad? I just ordered one.
I know. As if like they're paying for them and like she can't get something else. She's like so concerned. I'm like,
oh my God. Like the girls just keep fighting, and then Erica.
But like when they're fighting, Kyle is like mocking Sutton, and she's like, yap. That was so funny.
I was like, wow, she is in her feels.
And then Erica is just wants a hot dog, and it's like, yes, I get that. We had a lot of hot dog theme this week.
A lot of hot dog theme this week.
I love a hot dog, but it was just a lot. It was a lot of hot dogs this week.
I do love a hot dog. I don't care how many times someone wants to say that they are gross. I love a hot dog.
Oh my God, a Costco hot dog.
I love a dog. I
love a dog. What do you love on a dog? Like, what's your
anything? Honestly, everything. Like, I'm a relish person. I'm an onions person, but I like a caramelized onion. Like, I like it's like different. Like, if I'm having like I like a ketchup, just a ketchup one. I like a ketchup and relish, but then I love like a caramelized onion and like cheese and a ketchup I could do.
See, I love a mustard and a caramelized onion.
I could do that too.
I really want to go. Okay, it's almost baseball season.
I know.
So a hot dog at a Padres game.
Yeah.
A dog at a game.
Okay. A Friar Frank coming our way.
Catch us at the ballpark with a dog in hand.
Okay. March 28th, I believe. Kelly and I will be up in there opening day, podcasting live from Petco Park.
Interviewing those players with a dog.
Okay. We're going to actually make them have a hot dog contest before they play.
In the dugout.
Will the crowd boo us? Yes, that's it will. Probably.
Hopefully they throw hot dogs on the fields.
But yeah, and then finally Kyle and Dorit have like a real ass conversation, which is like what they should have been having the whole time. Like, you guys were best friends at one point. Yes, like some stuff happened, but you both are going through a divorce and you could really use each other. And I think that they just had like a raw, honest conversation, and it was nice. It was like I felt good for them, because I always hope that friends can come back.
And the episode ends with like a little cliffhanger of Mauricio in Spain, I think, with a girl, after Kyle is kind of saying like, I don't think he's dating or whatever, like during the conversation with Sutton, but kind of like, I don't know what he's doing, but like blah, blah. And then it comes out that he's like spotted like kissing this woman. And so I think it's going to be good this week. So
I'm excited. Yeah,
me too.
It's scary. It's like we're starting to get some good stuff.
What is not good? Shep, Rose, and Sienna. I mean, it's good television, but it is. I need to like take Ativan to watch this man. His energy is so stressful.
I don't get it.
I don't either.
I don't get it.
I want to like if this was the first time we ever saw Shep, I'd be like, what is wrong with this guy? But I mean, I am
he's a
still
hopeless romantic.
Right. I am still thinking like, what's wrong with him? But it's like, we know him and how he's been acting for however many seasons. So it's very bizarre to see him acting like this. And he gets to dinner and he's like, pulls Austin aside and he's like, on the way to dinner, she told me she missed me. And they flash back to the conversation, him asking her, did you miss me? And she's like, I'll see.
She could not be more standoffish. She could not be more uncomfortable. She was the lightest we've ever seen her when Shep was away talking to Austin. And she was just talking with everyone at the table. Like, that was like the most normalcy we have seen out of her.
Yeah.
Like, it was so bad. And then he sends her this text message.
Oh my God. And we had to hear the text message twice. But before he even reads the text, he's up at 7 a.m. He's running. He's doing push-ups. He's opening all the blinds. And Austin is like, why would you do this? He's jumping on Austin. He's like, oh my God, what are you doing? And then he immediately starts reading the text. And Austin is like hung over. And he's like, what is happening? He's like, good morning, Sienna. I will not have to convince someone to love me, and because I know you do, and we'll have the last laugh. And I've heard it from your freckled little lips. And even Austin was like,
cringe.
I want to die. Like, no. And then we get to hear him read it again to Craig. And I'm like, please stop reading it.
Reaction. Please stop reading it.
Stop reading
Unsend it. And then like they're on the phone and she's like, yeah, that was a lot. We'll talk about it. And
yeah,
like,
after he reads it to Austin, he goes, yeah, she hasn't responded.
No, but remember it was like, no, I think it was like to Craig, like later in the day when he was like telling him. And he was like, and what'd she say? And he's like, she doesn't respond.
And he's like, but it's okay.
I know it. I felt it. And I know that she knows it. And I know that, we'll be fine.
You're not going to be fine. And then, okay. And after.
She's going to be fine. You're not.
The first night after dinner or whatever, when she like faked a stomachache and went home. And Madison was like, she doesn't like you. And Craig and Austin were like, Madison. And she's like, well, I'm just saying. And oh my God.
And they're like, she faked her stomachache. And he's like, no, she didn't. It was a long day. I'm like, is that a result of a stomachache? If you have a long day?
At the dinner, when Shep comes back to the table with Austin, they go, oh yeah, we talked to Sienna. And he goes, oh, you talked to her? And Madison was like, well, yeah, we weren't just going to stare at her. And Sally goes, yeah, we talked about how you guys are both non-committal. And Shep is like so pissed.
It's just bizarre to me.
It's crazy.
Oh, and I just don't understand how he is so delusional about it. But if you want to talk about delusional, then let's just get right into Southern hospitality. Because Emmy, here we go.
Emmy, honey.
Your man is cheating, and you know that he's cheating because you are on edge. I have never seen a person on live television so on edge. Like, and then like, so her and her sister go, her baby sister, her Sydney Sweeney lookalike sister. And she might be Sydney Sweeney, but she'll still always be my younger sister. I'm like,
she said she'll always be baby girl to us.
Yeah. And her sister, so Emmy's like talking to her sister, and her sister's like,
And she's talking to her sister like, first of all, she's talking to her sister like she's 5. She's like, you'll understand when you get older. It's like,
I think they're only like 2 years apart. But
also like, Emmy, your sister understands that you're being cheated on. And that Will's a piece of shit. She knows.
Like, you're better than me. She was like, because I wouldn't be so calm about everything. But then we get like little bursts, which is how I know she's very aware of it, because then she like gets really like anxious and then like starts to get choked up and talking about how rough this year was. And it's like, why was this year rough? Like, I thought everything is great and you're so in love. And I'm sorry, if you if there are cheating rumors, multiple cheating rumors about somebody, and your excuse is that at law school they're really competitive, and so this person made up a lie about your boyfriend cheating because they're competitive in law school? What?
I need to consult our in-house attorney about that and see if that's true. I don't think so.
Yeah, that okay, girl.
It's not adding up.
And like the fact that like, and I really again appreciate Mia, because Mia was like, no, like talking about it, like I was like, no, girl, that's not a thing. But like, okay,
right,
sure.
it just doesn't make sense. Like, so many people are saying it. It's like people that don't even go to that school, that have no stake in it, are saying it. They don't care.
Also, like that's not a thing, like,
right? Like,
and then like I know that we talked about how great Joe Bradley is last week, but Joe Bradley turns out was not so great this week. He is very jealous, or just like nervous. Like he's so nervous and like clingy. And like
yeah,
I don't know why, but I thought that they had been together like way over a year. They've only been together 4 months, and he's like, oh, like let's move in together, let's buy a house, like let's no, like we're really married. Like, no, I think I'm gonna actually propose to her soon. Like,
yeah. I don't think he's jealous. I think he's just like, I think it's because he has liked her for so long, and now he finally got her, and so he. I mean, I still think it's ick, but I think that's why, because he like finally got her. So he's like, oh my gosh, like this is the best thing that's ever happened to me. I can't let it go. And he's like holding on so tight that it's gonna, but they're still together right now in real time.
okay.
So it's been over a year at this point, like in real time. But he did like our carousel.
He did like our carousel.
That was nice.
And then on the hot dog theme, TJ created an entire company to get back at his ex, because he called his ex his dick wiener, which isn't that a wiener? But,
well, I don't think it was to get back at him. Is that what he's?
Yes,
I think
sir.
he just named it after him.
Because he was like, if this isn't successful, then that's really going to kill me, because I did this because of all the confidence I lost from him.
Right.
And he was like, so I want to be the one to win. So if this fails, then I'm going to be the loser twice.
Oh, that just makes you a loser.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, why would you name your company after your ex that you're trying to get back at and be successful, so you can be like, haha, last laugh, I profited off of the nickname I gave you. Like, okay. But I will say, flawless event.
Yeah.
He did a great job. He thought of everything. 200 people is a lot of people to host and like have everything seem seamless. Like,
yeah.
So go him, support it. I don't know.
I mean, I will say Leva has.
He had the resources for
right.
sure. But I mean, don't we all? You know what I mean? Like when
we don't all. I wouldn't. Oh, I don't have the resources to have an event at a nightclub.
I feel like you would. I feel like you could easily get that resource. Yes.
No.
I'm just saying, like in general, like that event was hard to pull off. Like
you.
I mean, right? Yes, we do. What? No. Yes. You do, and I do.
Who do I know that owns a nightclub?
You know me.
That it's going to let me have 200 people and serve wieners.
And I know people. And you would do
for free?
Yes.
Okay.
Come on. It's all about who you know.
Okay, but like, don't we all? I'm sure there's people listening to this that don't.
Like networky. Like you could network. I'm just saying in general for resources, not like that they have to own a nightclub. I'm just saying like we all know someone who has a resource that we could utilize. And just because we have the resource doesn't mean it's going to be a successful, like, you know what I mean? Like it's not going to like.
But I would say he has an advantage over some.
And he's in hospitality, but I think he did a really good job. And okay, so we have to, first of all, I want to know hot dog costume, because Emmy shows up in a hot dog costume. So you show up in a hot dog costume to stand out, but then yet when TJ tries to have a very heartfelt conversation with you and like be very real with you, you play a game and you're just like, yeah, I know. Oh my God, I know. I love you. Thank you for apologizing. Thank you for saying that. Like, I know. And then confessional. I don't trust him. So I'm just going to say what he thinks sounds good. And it's just like, you're a shitty ass person all around, Emmy. Like, fuck off. And so then she shows up in a, in a hot dog costume. So we're going to put it up on our, either probably on our story or something, who wore it better, Bronwyn or Emmy, for hot dog costumes this season.
Mm-hmm.
And then who's more cringy, Emmy or Shep into Lululand?
Oh, Lord. Yeah, we'll put those polls up.
Summer House, just gearing up. So we're not really getting much other than Jesse and Lexi.
Jesse is so funny. I texted Kyra and I was like, he's giving like Shep energy, but like in the funniest way. And like not really, because like Lexi is like into it. But it's just like so funny. He's like, cheers to my last day being single. And then he's like, just kidding, guys, but not really. And like just he's so entertaining to me. It's just hilarious. I don't know why I think it's so funny. And I just love Paige and Sierra. They just don't give a fuck. They just want to lay in bed. And I'm like, yes, that would be me, just chilling in the bed. Just from the pool to the bed. Just they don't give a fuck what's going on.
No late nights.
No, just relaxing, chilling. And Lindsay and Carl, like Carl gets there at the beginning of the episode, doesn't say anything to Lindsay, which is more awkward.
It is, but it isn't. Like, because it's like, I get not knowing how to approach it, and especially him being him too. Like, I get it. Like, yes, but like I could understand not. And,
right.
Like,
well, he didn't have to. He could have just said hi, like, and then like had a conversation later.
Yeah.
But he didn't. I don't know. Whatever. So then later he's like, "Hi, Lindsay," and she's like, "Hi, Carl."
Hi, Carl.
And they're talking, and yeah, it's just more awkward. I don't know. And she has the big picture of her baby on the mantle. And he just doesn't really bring anything. Like, he's a sober person.
Maybe
which
he is this week because he was so excited that she was leaving. So he was going to be able to party and flirt.
Well, I mean, I've seen the previews of him flirting when he's talking about lemurs and stuff. And that looked very cringe and uncomfortable. So, I mean, some people are fine when they're sober. He seems just like a very boring person and doesn't bring very much. Sierra called West out. He didn't have much to say. I think he he comes across as like he gets very nervous when he's called out, like just like at the reunion. But I think that like pisses her off more, which I totally understand. And I said this on, I think when we were maybe talking about Love is Blind or something, the reunion, when people just when they don't say anything, it makes it like
harder because there's nothing to like rebuttal or like,
So then you feel like they're kind of invalidating your feelings because you can't like, you're not just going to keep going at them because they're not giving anything. But at the same time, you're like, well, what the fuck? Like, this isn't fair. So I feel like that's kind of how Sierra feels like, okay, well, you're talking in the media and the press and whatever. And you could tell she's like really hurt, but then like in person, he kind of shuts down. But I think it seems like he shuts down because he feels awkward, not because he's trying to be a dick.
No, he knows that he's wrong and he's trying to find the words to not make it worse, but he knows he can't, so he just doesn't say anything.
Yeah. So
but then in the most relatable thing, she then like goes to Paige and is like downloading her on like everything that they just discussed. And then she was like, and then it's just like, all right, but do you want to like make out or something?
Yeah.
And it's just like, as a woman, like there are certain things that you can't explain. And I don't know, maybe it does happen for men too, but like you could be so mad at someone that you had a connection with and like really, really, really hate them and like just get into something with them and then be like, but want to like, you know? Like,
I know. It's so funny because she's just like a 10 out of 10, so beautiful, so gorgeous. And then you see him and it's just like, he's just like this mid whatever. Like, I mean, he's like funny and I get it, like why she liked him. We like loved him last summer, them together.
He has swag.
Right, he does. But then when you see like the way he like treated her and stuff and you
I think he's immature.
Right. And that makes him like less attractive. So like from an outsider's perspective, you're like, oh my God, Sarah, you could do so much better. But when you're in it, you're like, you don't see that. But
because
from
you see
outsiders,
you see how charismatic he is, and
yes.
like from the first day that they met each other, and like so like
Right.
I get it. He's got
I'm saying like
swag.
from a viewer, if you
Oh, for
put them
sure.
just next to each other, you're like, oh my God, Sierra, like
Right.
you could do so much better. And so it's just funny. There's like memes online that are like, it truly doesn't matter because when you're a girl and you're in it, you're just like, but
Mhm.
it's just like you feel this connection and he's just, you know,
Mhm.
he's funny and you have that connection. And so to your point, you're like, I hate you, but like also I miss you and,
Mhm.
you know, whatever.
Mhm.
So yeah, we feel you,
What we
girl.
don't miss is this season of Traitors.
Oh my God, it's so lame. Danielle, leave.
She thinks that she's playing such a good game, and like she's not at all. Like things do keep happening to work in her favor for the time being because I know she's going to be out of there next. And from what it seems like she's picking Brittany.
So then isn't like the season about to be over?
Well, something happens because something happens this week where someone else joins or something like that because I think it's a new thing this season that we've never seen before.
Because they're probably like, oh God, we've never had Traitors this stupid before.
Stupid, right? Because now we're down to one traitor.
And yeah, and they said you have to either the person has to join or they get killed.
Yeah.
So whoever she picks,
she's picking Brittany because that's
yeah.
Brittany gets like, which it's like that's so
okay. You know what I read online? I don't know if this is true at all, but I read that Danielle told Brittany, like before she sent Carolyn home, she told Brittany like, I'm a traitor, and she confessed to her basically that she was a traitor. And producers were like pissed, but it's like too far into the show.
Right.
And so they just had to like go with it. But she basically told her and was kind of like, okay, so help me get Carolyn out and I'll like bring you on. And
But
that's,
Brittany doesn't want to be brought on.
I know, but I think that it was like she didn't really have a choice because now how it is, it's like, well, you either have to or you get killed.
Because Danielle's over there like, I need someone I can trust. And Brittany's like, I don't want to be a traitor. Like,
Right.
if it is Danielle, is that why I'm here? And then I don't want to join the traitor team because it's too hot right now.
So on the first time when they do it, which they decided not to pick anyone the first time, but like if they would have, the person gets to pick like if they want to or not. But now on this time, since it's face to face, it's like you either have to or you get killed. And so they gave her no choice. And so I'm like, I could see that being true. The producers are like, well, what are we going to do if you broke the rules? But it's like, we've already filmed this whole season. What, we're just going to say, everyone go home?
Yeah. So if you're a new watcher to Traitors, I'm really sorry that you're getting this experience.
Season.
Yeah.
Last season was way better.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, that's it for the shows. So it was actually good that we had a lot of personal stuff to share this week. But as always, we will finish out our episode with our goals for the week. So we talk about all of our reality shows and celeb gossip, but we like to make sure we're setting goals for growing and learning always. So what is one thing you are working on?
Relaxing.
Nice.
I'm just gonna relax this week, not lend myself out anywhere.
Nice. I am working on tax stuff. I have an appointment with my accountant today, finally, so that is coming to an end. And guides that I'm making for San Diego Scout that are almost done.
Yay!
What is one thing you're looking forward to?
Relaxing and not throwing a party.
Very nice.
I am so very grateful to not be throwing a party. I had 3 straight weeks of it. And then prior to that was on vacation. So,
yeah. I am looking forward to trying out my new pickleball shoes, putting them in action, seeing if it helps my lateral movement.
And we will all be weighing in on whether we think it was a good investment or not. So put up a career high tonight, okay?
She's going to the Olympics. And lastly, what is something that made you feel like an adult?
my friend like being a fiance. And like obviously like I have a ton of friends that are married and I grew up with and all of that. And I know, but I had said last week, like she's like her and my friend Stacey are my two like adult friends. And so like
That are
it's like
here
that are
in San
here.
Diego.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so like I'm like, oh my God.
I know.
Like my friend is a whole ass fiance. Like what
I
an
know.
adult thing.
It's crazy. Oh,
And I'm just
so
over
exciting.
here party planning.
I know. Well, mine
I'm
was
just the Mindy Weiss of the situation.
which isn't a bad place to
No.
be.
No, it's not.
Mine was going to a social event by myself. It was, I mean, it's not the first time I've done that, but it's scary.
Yeah.
And I felt like, okay, I'm doing it.
Yeah, there is. It's like this thing that like once you like start doing things like that, you're like, oh, I can do whatever. I can do anything.
Yeah. I knew I'd be fine once I got there, but it's like the build up
I
to
think I'm gonna
getting
do a
there.
solo vacation.
That's like, yeah, that's adult.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's it for the week. So we hope you laughed with us and learned something along the way. Make sure you subscribe, rate, review, and make sure you're following wherever you follow or wherever you consume our content. So
Whether
Instagram.
you're watching in silence, whether you're watching and listening.
Whatever you prefer, we love it.
You're lip reading, good for you.
Great. Engage with our carousels, keep it up. So whatever you do, we love it. And we will see you next week. Bye.